Hello and welcome to another edition of UFO Video Addicts. Let me give you a preview of what I got coming up in this video. The first is a cigar-shaped craft that was seen in Chile and in Argentina. We got three different views. Also have this strange craft that was taken. I'm not too sure where this was taken. Also have this other video of some family that captured some strange light. I'm not too sure what language this is in, so I don't... I think this is in Germany. So we'll take a look at that. Also have this video of a possible alien that was found dead in the snow. Let's see. This is a video about this Russian, I think he's a Russian general, but he talks about how a UFO landed at one of their nuclear facilities and two aliens with briefcases came out and did something to the facility. Also have this little clip here where this Russian general talks about how they could get UFOs to appear by just gathering military equipment at certain locations. I also have this chart here showing all of the self-reported sightings since 1925, and it also breaks it down into the shapes, prevalence. Each little dot represents 100 sightings. Different types, season, or sightings time and season, but a very interesting chart. Let's see, I got this article here about General Douglas MacArthur talking about UFOs are real and something needs to be done with them because they kept encountering so many of them during World War II, the Foo Fighters. And, you know, they ended up sending Admiral Byrd in Operation High Jump down to the Antarctic to confront, again, our underwater neighbors, which I'm sure, you know, our military is very aware of them. Here is this article here. Scientific report confirms an alien presence in Puerto Rico. That's around the Bermuda Triangle area. You know, there are other areas in our planet that are considered, you know, triangles. I think there's one near Japan. There's also this triangle in Alaska where a bunch of people end up disappearing. But I think these are locations that are occupied by our neighbors, you know, by the advanced beings that we share the planet with. And yeah, and then last, you know, I just want to take a look at planet Earth and show you that, you know, this is a water planet. Look at all of this space that they could have. That is theirs. You know, we're just, we're the talking surface monkeys, and we only occupy a small portion of, you know, this land, but this is a water planet. So why wouldn't the prevalent species, you know, occupy the oceans? But then there are so many people who unfortunately have human brains and think like humans and just can't imagine, you know, humans living in the oceans, as opposed to a species that has occupied this planet for thousands, if not millions of years. But anyways, let's go to this video here. This is different sightings. I think 3 different people took this giant cigar. Look, I don't want to play too many, you know, this guy puts this big, huge watermark on his videos, so he wants you to go to his channel. But definitely, you know, here's another clip of it here. I think this is another view, different angle. But this thing is huge. And again, and this is not the first time something like this, you know, has been videotaped or photographed. But the link to this will be in the description. Let's go to this one. Yeah, this one I just found, like, it's no comments, not a lot of views on it. It was just or 724. Let me just back up a little so you see what we're at here. Yeah, now these lights, I don't know what's going on with that. Wait, let me back up a little more. Because, yeah, I thought that this was what he was looking at. Like, I don't know what this light is up here. If it's like, if this is something from his camera that's doing that. Right, and then I'm not too sure if that's the same thing as what, you know, he was capturing in the beginning. But this is definitely something, spinning around up there. But link to that will be in the description. Let's go to this one here. This is family captures two OVNs over, I think, Alemania's Germany in Spanish, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, let's check this out. Yeah, I think there's one way up here, unless that's a star, and then there's definitely one there and one there. But anyways, link to this will be in the description. I got a lot to go through today. Let's see. Now this one here, it's 1 minute and 20 seconds long. But look, in the beginning they show you where they're at, but they found this being in the snow, and this video has definitely been out for a while. Yeah, there's no audio with this. But one thing I want to point out, I've said this before, a lot of times with these little grays, they're not wearing any type of life support system. They are breathing, the air here on our planet. So I've been told that these are clones that are underwater neighbors who are humanoid, who are like us, and we're not built to travel in space. Again, our bodies are designed to function in a gravity environment. So, a lot of bad things happen if we spend too much time in space. So it's the same thing for our underwater neighbors who are humanoid. So they had to clone these little grays to do work in space. But anyways, this is a very interesting video. You see the close-up of that face, but look at those eyes. I mean, that to me looks very, very real, as opposed to a doll or something that someone created. I think that's a different one. Yeah, I'm not too sure the context of this video. I don't think there's much down here. 1992, Iger's a video file from the deep web showing an alleged alien discovery. The beings filmed appear to be frozen in various poses in Switzerland. Could it be a hoax or genuine evidence of extraterrestrials? Yeah, I think these things are real. Anyways, I'll link to this will be in the description. Let's go to this one here. Oh yeah, now this is very interesting. This is this Russian guy who talks about these aliens that came, and I think they shut down their nuclear facility. But anyways, check this out.
Чем было вызвано? Температура на одном ядерном заряде была на 2-3 градуса выше, чем положено. А вы знаете, стабильность ядерного заряда – это главное, безопасность и все остальное. Через час они улетели, все зашевелились, ступор прошел, начали фотографировать, так след одного из этих.
Like just 57 meters long, or 57 centimeters, like 22 inches.
Длиной 50-70 сантиметров. Теперь понимаете, это не просто рост, да, это и такая основная характеристика этих дел, да. Арсенал Каргат, Новосибирская область. Вот этот волосатый представитель потустороннего мира заходит в караульное помещение, смена караульная, вся замирает, наливает себе воды из бачка, выпил и ушел. Все к окну смотрели, он повернулся, помахал и тут же пропал. Вот мы всегда говорим, откуда они берутся. Я думаю, что скоро мы поймем, что есть понятие свернутого времени, параллельные миры и все остальное. Но надо думать, что приписывать обезьяне те возможности, которым он обладает, а в принципе после этого события мы стали рассчитывать на то, что они обладают телепатией, психофизическим воздействием и управлением сознанием. Конечно, никакая обезьяна этим не обладает.
You see what he was saying, that these beings obviously have the ability to control us, because when they landed, they put all of the guards in some type of stupor, and that they couldn't react. And that, these guys just basically had the run of the place. But, in the beginning, he also talks about their height. And I think they ended up being with a height of 3.2 to 3.5 meters in white suits with suitcases. And I think that's like 11 feet tall. So yeah, I'll leave a link to this in the description. We got this one here. This is this Russian general talks about how they can get UFOs to appear just by assembling military hardware, military equipment. Check this out.
Break for about 6 months. Everything was recorded, everything was timed, and according to the program that was drawn up, and I will tell you that it was well drawn up, it provided not only for the fixation of UFOs. We sometimes incorrectly call them flying objects, because these unidentified objects are not flying, just appearing and disappearing. Experiments were conducted very successfully in order to cause them to appear. Experiments were conducted very successfully in order to cause them to appear.
As that's it, that just ends there. But again, these Russians know how to get our underwater neighbors. Again, think about it, just from a practical point. They do these things, and these beings aren't traveling from different dimensions or, from the future or from different planets. They're coming up out of the water, just like all this evidence is indicating. Yeah, now here's this chart here that just shows all self-reported sightings since 1925. And it, really breaks down a lot of detail here. But look at the number of sightings and all the different shapes. And I think that, the reason why we have different shapes is because there's more than one intelligence here. I think that our planet is supporting several highly advanced species. We're not the highly advanced ones, but we're the surface monkeys, But I think that there's multiple advanced species. Along with our military, there's definitely our military is definitely flying around these crafts. As Richard Dolan says, there's the breakaway civilization that's also cruising around in these crafts. But there's definitely another presence that the government has been hiding from us. Here, check this article out. General Douglas MacArthur, UFOs are real and something needs to be done with them. In 1958, an elite group of scientists and military commanders assembled for a very private meeting in New York City. The goal of the gathering was to discuss the existence of UFOs, and the main speaker was none other than General Douglas MacArthur, probably the greatest military leader of all time. Several books, TV dramas, and a recent film picture have been based on his experience as Supreme Commander in the Pacific Theater during World War II, as well as his battles with President Harry Truman during the Korean War. The fact that the general was an enthusiastic researcher of the UFO phenomenon is less well known. He was so concerned with the issue that he believed UFOs were alien invaders from another world. Again, that's this idea that they're from another world. That's the brainwashing that they're trying to do to us to get us to not think that these beings are from this planet. Here, MacArthur had previously expressed his concern about unidentified flying objects and their potential influence on civilizations in a 1955 conversation with columnist Harry Taylor. He was then retired and residing in Manhattan's Waldorf Towers, where he felt free to proclaim his belief that UFOs were real and constituted a terrible threat. MacArthur was an arrogant, self-assured man who wasn't hesitant to speak his views. Here, so the official U.S. Air Force position that UFOs were weather balloons, hoaxes, and falling stars didn't disturb him. He believed that the public should be aware of the truth, at least as he viewed it. The unusual objects were also seen by German pilots who mistook them for Allied secret weapons. The epidemic had extended to the Pacific by 1944. The objects were seen by American ships and planes, and they were even shot at. Amazing flying submarines, giant cylindrical object that rose from the sea and soared away in full view of the entire crews of the ships. Reports of these instances were marked top secret and shuffled all the way to MacArthur's headquarters, just as they were in Europe. So, our military encountered them during World War II. They probably became aware that there was another presence on this planet, which is then why they sent Admiral Byrd down to the Antarctic to confront them. And, if anyone knows the story about that, he got his butt kicked in a short amount of time. And, I'm pretty sure that since then, too, that there have been meetings with their representative and our representative. We know that those pyramids all showed up a couple of years ago over the Pentagon, over Russia, and over China. So, yeah, our leaders know what's going on. They're just not telling us. Anyways, let's go to this article here. Revealed, a scientific report confirms an alien presence in Puerto Rico. Many of the unidentified objects and luminous anomalous phenomenon originate in a zone south of the island of Vieques, coming out from or entering the sea. The object was sucking water from the sea, and the water was swirling like a blender. A column of bright green, similar to that of a powerful spotlight, was coming out from under the object. Yeah, a lot of times when I see these videos of water spouts, I think that those are cloaked alien ships, like alien motherships, that are either sucking up water for a cooling system or maybe the propulsion system, or, I don't know what for, but I think those are instances of these alien craft, or again, our underwater neighbors revealing themselves every now and then. But yeah, so anyways, here's an article that basically confirms, what I've always been saying, that there are places in the Baltic or in the Bering Sea. There's the Japan Bermuda Triangle. There's the Bermuda Triangle. There's the Bermuda Triangle in Alaska. But I think these are all areas that are controlled by our advanced neighbors. And anytime we venture in there, bad things happen. But anyways, let me go to this last just view of Earth. This is planet Earth. Again, it's 70% water. But look at this. All you got to do is just go here into the Pacific. Look at how much room, many advanced species. If there were different species, there are so many places for them to live on this planet. Look at here, in the Atlantic here. Look at all this space. Another thing I wanted to point out real quick too. Like, let me just go down. There have been a lot of sightings, right, of ships, that are like the size of stadiums. But now let me just show you what a 1 mile ship would look like. No, actually, let me go to 5 miles. Yeah, if there's a ship running around on our planet that's 5 miles wide, which there have been reports of, that's what we would see, or that's it. Think about that. A ship if there's a ship right now that's 5 miles long, coming in and out of our oceans, who's gonna know? There it is. That's a ship. That's a 5 mile long ship. If that thing is coming in and out of our ocean, who's going to know? Who is going to know? And again, there have been reports of ships 5 miles long, and there have been reports of ships even longer or bigger than that around the rings of Saturn, 5,000 kilometers long. So anyways, that is going to be it for this video. If you like things like this, please give this video a thumbs up. Please share this video. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I'll have more things like this. Take care.